Your dismissive avoidant ex just said they want to stay friends, and something about it feels off, like they're offering you crumbs when you're starving for a real connection. Here's what's actually happening in their head. One day they're pulling away, ending things. Then suddenly they hit you with the "I still want you in my life" speech. Today we're breaking down the real psychology behind why dismissive avoidants do this, and how you can tell if this friendship offer is genuine or just another way to keep you on the hook. Because not all friendship offers are created equal. Some come from genuine care. Others, they're just emotional insurance policies. Plus, I'm going to share something near the end that most people get completely wrong about accepting friendship with an ex. First, let's talk about what's really going on in a dismissive avoidant's mind when they offer friendship. Dismissive avoidants have this deep fear of being trapped or controlled in relationships. Their entire attachment system is wired to protect their independence above everything else. But here's the catch. They also don't want to feel like the bad guy. They don't want to be alone forever, and they definitely don't want to lose access to you completely. So friendship becomes their perfect middle ground. It's close enough to keep you around, but distant enough that they don't feel suffocated. Think of it like this. They want you in the parking lot, not in the driver's seat. They get to maintain connection without the pressure of commitment, intimacy, or vulnerability. Research on attachment theory shows that dismissive avoidants use what's called deactivating strategies. These are unconscious tactics they use to create distance when relationships feel too close. The friendship offer? It's one of the ultimate deactivating strategies. Now let's get specific. There are 3 main reasons a dismissive avoidant ex offers friendship, and only one of them comes from genuine care. Reason 1. The ego cushion. This is the most common one. They want to stay friends because it makes them feel better about themselves. If you agree to be friends, it means they didn't really hurt you that badly, right? It means they're not the villain in the story. When a dismissive avoidant does this, you'll notice something. They'll reach out just enough to keep the connection alive, but the moment you need emotional support or try to go deeper, they vanish. They'll text you random memes at 2 in the morning, but won't show up when you're actually going through something. This isn't real friendship. It's damage control for their conscience. Reason 2. The backup plan. Here's the uncomfortable truth. Some dismissive avoidants keep you around as a safety net. They're not sure if they'll find someone better, or maybe they're scared of being alone, so they want to keep you accessible just in case. You'll know this is happening if they suddenly get more interested the moment you start moving on. The second you post a picture looking happy, or mention you're talking to someone new, boom, they're back in your messages. They'll call it friendship, but really, they just don't want you to be anyone else's either. And speaking of patterns, there's a third reason that actually might surprise you, and it's the only one worth considering. Reason 3. Genuine care without capacity. This is rare, but it does happen. Sometimes a dismissive avoidant truly cares about you. They recognize you're a good person and value what you brought to their life. But they also know, deep down, they don't have the emotional capacity for a romantic relationship right now. In this case, the friendship offer comes with honesty and boundaries. They're not breadcrumbing you. They're not checking in just to keep you hooked. They're actually showing up as a friend, someone who supports your growth, even if it means watching you move on with someone else. The difference here is respect. They're not trying to control the narrative or manage your feelings. So, how do you figure out which category your ex falls into? Here's a simple test. Establish a boundary and watch what happens. Tell them you need some time before jumping into friendship. Say something like, "I appreciate the offer, but I need space to process everything first. Maybe we can revisit this in a few months." If they're genuinely offering friendship from a place of respect, they'll honor that. They'll give you space without guilt-tripping you. They won't breadcrumb you with random texts. They'll actually let you heal. But if they're using friendship as an ego cushion or a backup plan, they'll push back. They'll try to convince you that you're overreacting. They'll say things like, "I thought we were mature enough to handle this," or, "I just don't want things to be weird between us." Here's the reality check. A person who truly respects you will always honor your need for space. If they can't handle you taking time to heal, then the friendship they're offering isn't real. It's just a way to keep you available on their terms. Let me be straight with you. If you agree to be friends with your dismissive avoidant ex before you've healed, you're setting yourself up for pain. You stay emotionally attached while they move on. You keep hoping that friendship will turn back into something more. You read into every text, every interaction, looking for signs they still care the way you do. Meanwhile, they're living their life. They might even start dating other people. And every time you see that, it reopens the wound. Research on post-breakup friendships shows they often struggle when one person still has unresolved feelings. The power dynamic becomes uneven. The person who's still attached ends up giving more, hoping it'll lead somewhere, while the other person just enjoys the benefits without any commitment. So what should you actually do? Here's the move. Take space. Real space. No contact for at least a few months. Use that time to reconnect with yourself, to process what happened, and to get clear on what you actually want moving forward. Not what they want, what you genuinely want for your life. If they truly value you, they'll still be there when you're ready. And if they're not, then you have your answer about what the friendship offer really meant. The right person, even a dismissive avoidant who's doing the work, will understand that real friendship can only exist between two people who are whole on their own. And here's something most people don't realize. Sometimes the best thing you can do for a dismissive avoidant is walk away completely. Not out of spite, but because it forces them to confront what they lost. It breaks the pattern where they get to have their cake and eat it too. If you found value in this video, don't forget to like and subscribe.